Indian cities get more and more urbanized, traffic congestion becomes a key challenge. Traveling from one point to another can take double the time, or a 30-minute journey can even take 2 hours. Now at the CII Urban Air Mobility Expo, where I'm standing right now, several Indian companies and their foreign partners are showcasing how air taxis and big drones can solve this problem by reducing travel time for people and even for transporting cargo. Some of these companies are displaying their prototypes, some are showcasing their vision. Bangalore-based Sarla Aviation is the highlight, as it showcased its 6-seater passenger air taxi that it plans to launch by 2028. We spoke to the 3 founders of Sarla Aviation on the demand for air taxis, or the potential demand for air taxis in India, and how this could change urban air transportation.
So we already have a flying prototype that you see here. We already have another aircraft, which is we are trying to start the flight test very soon. And once we have enough data, we are presenting that to the government, helping them understand what we need as an industry, and helping them to frame the entire framework around this.
Okay. And you think that is going to be the time that you will take to get ready by 2028?
Right. I think technology until 2028. Technological advancement that we want to do for Shunya, we are very close to that. Rest of the things are in government's court, and I think government is doing a lot of good things about it.
Okay. Adrian, let me ask you, why do you think people will take air taxis? Is it affordable? Tell us more about that.
Yeah, I think the whole point of our company, Sarla Aviation, is to make affordable air travel possible. We have been starting this company after working for multiple years in the space of electric aviation in the West, at global leaders in that company, and we think that the kind of design and the kind of product that we have developed here with Shunya, our first model, is really the right one to make this mass accessible and to scale this and make this a mode of mass transportation for Viksit Bharat, which ultimately is the goal of this company.
Okay. Rakesh, tell us more about how you plan to take this to the masses. How many partnerships do you plan to have? You say your launch route will be Bangalore. What next? Have you studied any congested routes in India?
I think, yeah. So we just signed a MOU with Bangalore Airport. So we're going to make Bangalore as a pilot project. From Bangalore Airport, Bangalore Airport would be a hub, and then spokes will be different position. Like, for example, Bangalore Airport to Electronic City, it takes 150 minutes. With Sarla, we can actually reduce it to 20 minutes basically, and then at the same cost of any premium ride-hailing service, basically a taxi that you have.
Telangana-based BlueJ Aerospace also showcased its prototype for the cargo as well as passenger air taxi. We spoke to the co-founder Maruti Amardeep on his plans to bring the cargo model, launch the cargo model by 2026. He also spoke about the potential sectors that could use air taxi for cargo transportation, and why his air cargo taxi or air passenger taxi also has hydrogen as an alternate power source to batteries.
The actual prototype you're seeing here, we have built this whole thing in about 9 to 10 months. And after that, we have been doing a lot of internal testing. And now we got that confidence by testing it for hundreds of hours based on our technology. And now we are displaying and demonstrating in public. We wanted to show that India is now like working. Working in the sense we are way beyond doing mock-ups and animations and conceptual designs. We are now actually making
advanced
them
technology.
function. Yeah, we are making them function. We are displaying prototypes.
Yeah.
So if you see globally, there are large companies who are, of course, ahead than us. But with this, what we wanted to tell is we are closing the gap slowly, but we'll be there very soon. And we are also building passenger one, which is going to be much longer range and larger payload. When we say payload, like 6 to 7 passengers. So our all propulsion system is going to be hybrid, where our battery portion will be small, and hydrogen is going to take a lot of our requirements that is coming from cruise. So hydrogen, I would say, if you talk about energy per se, battery part will be only 10%, 90% comes from hydrogen for our aircraft.
UK-based Seahorse Limited has showcased the prototype of its 5-seater seaplane, which means it can take off from water or on land, fly over the sea and then land on ground or on water. It's not an eVTOL, it's a VTOL as it uses fuel-based hydraulic propulsion system.
We are building this probably the world's only VTOL that can land on water. It's an amphibious VTOL, and we want to operate only on water and very close to water. And the idea being that it's close to water, only 30 feet high, it will be much safer. It's like as safe as a car. And we want to operate in coastal regions and give an alternate mobility solution for coastal regions.
Bangalore-based Magic Myna showcased the working model of its electric Octa Plus heavy lift cargo drone. It has the capacity to carry 20 kg of cargo, including healthcare equipment, defense material, and rescue and relief material. It also has a range of 20 kilometers.
We are in the process of having trials with the strategic entities, including the defense and civilian establishments. So the primary utility of these drones is that to cater to healthcare, rescue relief materials, as well as defense related payloads. So we did undertake a couple of trials, and we are in the course of upgradation of this towards the next machinery too. So as we know, the evolution of the logistics drone ecosystem in India is fast pacing. Currently, we are speaking from the Urban Mobility Expo. So in the coming years, logistics will play a very, very critical role in India's, where the Prime Minister lays the thrust of drone hub by 2030.
While India could be among the leading nations to start air taxi operations, challenges remain, including regulatory approvals, airspace management, safety standards, and integrating air taxis into existing transport network. Now, Amit Datta, the head of CII Task Force on Advanced Air Mobility, and he's also the MD of Hunch Mobility, he spoke to CNBC-TV18 on how there is work going on infrastructure being built for air taxis and how this can be made a sustainable, safe and economical solution.
So when you say 2026, will it be cargo eVTOLs going in the sky or passenger eVTOLs?
Well, based on where we have today, right, a lot of the passenger eVTOLs have mentioned that they will start commercial flights by 26. Dubai promises to be in the forefront. In fact, if you see their reports, they're talking about even late 25, right? But most eVTOLs, I would say passenger eVTOLs, are still in the process of certification. So with technology, it's always difficult to be absolutely certain. But what is certain is that the future is closer than you think.
And what about regulations, sir? Like at what height you will fly? What is the route the eVTOL will take?
So that is actually, that's why I said, if you look at the advanced air mobility ecosystem, it's got three stakeholders. One is those who produce the craft, right? The second is, as you said, where you take off and land, the vertiports. The third is this urban air traffic management systems. Because today you can't rely on air traffic control, what happens with fixed wing. There's a lot of work being done on automating the entire air traffic management, because it is not just eVTOLs. You'll also have drones, you'll have fixed wing craft, all flying in the same airspace, right? So there is a lot of work.
Do you think customers or passengers will take time to accept eVTOL as a travel mode?
So, in the end, it's an aerial transport, right? If today you can take a metro train to go from point A to point B, and some which is autonomous, right? I think passengers leapfrog technology, provided there's a real benefit.
But sir, why haven't they taken off in, say, Western countries?
No, it's not right to say not taken off. There's a lot of development work which is being taking place. You mentioned a point about, again, the safety standards, right? So it's going through, a lot of prototypes are ready. but all of them are going through very rigorous certification by the regulatory agencies. You've got close to 170 manufacturers, right, who are developing their own prototypes, doing pilot flights, right, and they're all talking about launch into service sometime around 26, 27, right. So they're all working towards a timeline, right, and I guess you'll see it very, very quickly.
By showcasing their prototypes, Indian companies are positioning themselves to take the lead in this emerging sector of urban air mobility or air taxis that could significantly transform transportation, especially in crowded cities where ground-based transport or road transport is increasingly becoming inadequate.
Hey, thank you for watching this on CNBC TV18. Hope you liked it. For more such interesting news and updates, follow CNBC TV18 on all the social media platforms.